Welcome back to Make Way for Cat. This is Tavern Talk. It reminds me a lot of Coffee Talk in the way that it looked, which is why I downloaded it. Let's try it. Hiya, Innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? I fix the volume here. As high as it goes? Okay, I turned it up on my end. Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. Amaranthine hydra. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so. Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut, just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No. I think that counts as a mistake. So what you're saying is that you're missing some spice? Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about spice in your life. Ah, oh. That's what you meant. Well, yes. Yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So a classic case of boredom, I see. You know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun. Have you tried visiting a circus? Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater or a gala, arrive in a hot air balloon. Hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights. And of people and of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not telling the tale? Telling of a tale. How can I sing of things I have never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to the song I started writing. I wish to be a hero slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. That sounds like a good opening to me. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe? No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the exciting magical things I encounter. Character information unlocked, Fable. But to be honest... Oh, okay. So we have 9 here. Fable Verafina is a ranger taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're a sweet and gentle soul and a regular at the Wayfarer's Inn. They dream of being an adventurer, but are troubled by severe anxiety about, well, everything, really. Their nut allergy probably doesn't help either. Neutral good. That makes sense. Infusions, ingredients, recipe. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Oh, hi! Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a featherlight nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. You want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Oh, is this tutorial? Yes. Let's see, really? Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put an apron on? Summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. Hi. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Order, Swift Strike. Oh, you pinned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick with my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with the sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistake to Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Okay. So Swift Strike. That's this. Raw recipe. Is that dexterity? Which one of you is dexterity? Oh, that one. Okay. Oh, 1. One, 2, 3. Okay, so 3. How do I add it? It's not adding. Looks like we have a 1 on this one. This one. There's literally nothing in it. Why can't I pour it? Ah, okay. 1, 2, 3. Aha, here we go. one. And one of this. Swift Strike. Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think happened? Thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that. You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? You actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but... But what? Never mind. Oh, hi. How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure, whatever. Some charisma couldn't hurt. A spoken heart. Okay, so that's 3 of some charisma. 2, 3. And then we need 1 of strength, probably. And 1 of defense. This should be digestible, maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Rumor unlocks songs of bone and water. Banshee is haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully hyperbole. Oh, we can move those around. Neat. Quests. Log. Alright. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods. Like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. What if? It's wrong to leave, though. What if destiny is never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. And they're gone? Oh, hello. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, Innkeep? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Carolyn? You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Care, Lynn. What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. No. No quest for me, but I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tregarin? Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Another rumor unlocked. Okay. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south of Arova. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. The werewolf previously has been seen in Arova, a south town. A nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? Thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. Oh, you mean the one with the vampires? Think so. Nah, that just split society into two camps. It sure did. Which one are you in, Keep? I was team neither. They're both walking red flags. Ah, so you're into the fangs, are ya? Innkeeper never tells. You little rascal, I like you. Likewise. What about you? Vampires. Why? The wolves are too close to my kin, and yeah, I'd rather stay away from them. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunched back, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just ugly Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that's southern werewolf, yeah? Right, anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works? On any dog, trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Care. Lynn? It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. Gotcha, Carolyn. Aight, Chief. You got a name, or is that just in keep? Just in keep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, in keep. Then before I venture on, you got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? Something powerful, something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered-down muck instead. Something with a whole lot of strength. Southern Brawler. Oh, yeah. Charisma, intellect. Charisma. Dexterity. Defense and strength. So let's do this one. 3 of this one. Okay. And 1 of defense. And 1 of charisma. Bam. Nice. It comes like a little trophy goblet. A drink with 0 water, as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will ya? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that. Yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead? It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation, and I'm ending it. Alright. Well then. If you find any more rumors from me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups, but sure. For more work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper requests, right? I don't. Don't want them to go to waste. Oh, hold on. I could use some help. Let's do it. Fine. I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets on your quest page. Yep. Just drag them over and make sure they're all from the same quest. So we need like 3 snippets. Otherwise you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select the quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Carolyn. Put it on my tab. I'm certain I'm pronouncing her name wrong. That's not how that works. Good night to you. Alright then. Let's assemble this quest. Did that. That. And that. And write it up. Neat. So, we need three of a kind. The Wayfarer's Inn, Prelude to Bravery, 58th of the Wake. Oh, Fable's back. You're gonna take the werewolf quest? What do you have there, Fable? Found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregarin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you? Looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even, preferably one who is good with a bow. Sounds like a job for a ranger. One who tells me they want the quest. Ah, I'm good with a bow. And difficult terrain? Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know Fable. And? Maybe I want the quest. Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they are also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then? I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf. Or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if, when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead? And then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead, because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? You want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe? I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime, a frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. Ah, maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest, it seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic, Fable, the protector of the woods. The world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident, or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra, or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had just been once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confuse them with their evil twin, the weeping amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. The Mary Morgan incident. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank Gaia, word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Tregarin recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous, so of course it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared. But my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never got lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well, there was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shiver Mere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke and the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey, and I silently bid farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in Adventuring World again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the Wyvern Chimera that resides in the Bog Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventures. But you didn't. But I didn't. First encounter with the Hydra. Well, just the day after it arrived to guard the portal to the Dream Plane, Avalon. I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven. But I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say, so I just set the biscuits down and smiled awkwardly. I looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as the Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged for the answer. Turns out that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. It changed nothing. Adventures don't come tied up in neat, mistakeless bows. In fact, the best adventures in D&D are filled with mistakes. Your mistakes are part of your story, Fable, no matter how hard you try and shame yourself for them. I like you the same nonetheless. Just try to do better in the future. That's all you can do. You do? Yes. I don't care much for Fable the Flawless Hero. I don't think their stories would be very interesting. Fable the messy adventurer with a heart of gold and endearing personality, on the other hand. Great non-guy might even be my favorite regular. Don't tell anyone else I said that. I won't. Thank you, Innkeep. And because I like you so much, I'm going to keep giving you free advice. Hope so. What do you have for me? You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find out then. Like, on a quest. For example. Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I am a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay. I, Fable, a great gardener and, future hero. Charmer of nymphs, I'm going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. You have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming. Something with a lot of dexterity. That's the one you drank last night. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. So charisma. Perhaps it's just hungry. It's a hungry, lost lycan after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. Okay. Okay. So I know a ranger, they use dexterity, so it'd be enhancing their natural abilities, as opposed to charisma, which would give them a boost in something they may be weak at. We'll do the swift strike. And then it was one of these. A little bit of defense. This should do it. Oh, that tastes great. Very brisk. You feel a little braver? No, not yet. But I feel faster, more agile, swifter with my bow. Like my arrows could find any werewolf's heart. I'm sure the bravery will come later. I'm sure it will. Thank you. This drink gave me some hope and heart palpitations. I think that's your anxiety. Maybe. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest, so? I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us? Exactly. I thought that they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Get it, Fable. I wonder how Fable is doing. Maybe they'll find some new ingredients for me. Although, probably not. I hope my shipment arrives soon. Okay, that's cute. It's definitely coffee talk, but like Dungeons and Dragons vibe. Tavern talk. Well, that would make sense. It's like a DM screen, I just realized. Cute. Alright, let me know what your thoughts are on this one. I know there's several of you that are big coffee talk fans. Does this scratch that coffee talk itch for you? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.